Kia ora. Well, a very unsettled start to Wednesday, and the charts behind me show we've got more strong winds to come and some more thunderstorms, particularly across these western parts of the country. So we have got a windy afternoon in store for places like Northland, Auckland, the Coromandel and across towards Waikato. And you can see we've got a fairly messy setup across many parts of New Zealand. We are going to find the sky clears down across the southern island, and we'll be left with some clear skies and some lighter winds through towards the night time. Sadly, that's not the story for the likes of, say, Auckland and Northland. More strong winds to come as we head through the afternoon, and we have also got more thunderstorms as well. You can see we've got some severe weather watches for those winds from everywhere from, say, Taranaki up towards Northland, and we've also got a strong wind watch for the likes of Dunedin and Clutha, at least until about 4 p.m. this afternoon. But the strongest winds across areas like Auckland and out towards places like Great Barrier Island as we head through the early evening time. We could find those gusts of wind reaching around about 120 kilometres an hour in the most exposed areas. That's enough to cause damage to things like trees and power lines, so do take extra care this afternoon. And it's worth saying as well, we've still got the risk of some thunderstorms across that same region as we head into about 7 p.m. tonight. So with those thunderstorms, they can act as a bit of an amplifier, causing some stronger winds around those as well, some quite gusty winds as we head through the afternoon. Also some pretty intense bursts of rainfall, perhaps even some more hail as well. So well worth keeping an eye on the forecast and of course on the Met Service radar. As we head through the night time, you'll notice those winds that are sticking with us across those far northern parts. Those watches run right the way through to the early hours of Thursday morning. Some clearer skies and some drier conditions across the central parts of the North Island and across many parts of the South Island. More cloud down the far south, and that wet weather pushing on towards Fiordland through the night time. But I think we are going to find some clearer skies across those more central areas, and that's where we're going to find our cooler temperatures as well. Temperatures are back down below freezing for places like Canterbury and Otago. Lows there around about -2 degrees Celsius. And even on the North Island, those central areas and down towards Manawatu, down to about 3 degrees Celsius. Still cold enough, perhaps a touch of ground frost in the more central parts. So a bit of a chilly start first thing on the morning for Thursday. But compared to Wednesday, it's a very different story. High pressure builds over us, so for many of us, it's a drier looking day. It's also not nearly as windy. Some nice clear skies back with us as we head towards the end of the day. There'll always be more cloud across the western side of the country. But generally, after the rather windy and wet looking story of Wednesday, Thursday is a much more settled affair. On the North Island, we will find there's still those southwesterly winds bringing a few showers across those western areas, much more isolated and some better breaks of sunshine between them, and the winds a lot lighter as we head through Thursday there. A few showers skirting this eastern coast first thing, perhaps one or two sharper ones around that Gisborne, Tairāwhiti coast just to start the day, but they'll clear off as well, and we'll have some clearer skies before more cloud arrives later on in the daytime across those western areas, perhaps with an odd shower. But I think most of the time it's looking like a drier story as we head through the day. In terms of our temperatures, 16 degrees Celsius there for Tauranga, 17 for Auckland, and again a cool night as we head into the early hours of Friday morning. Back down to lows around about 4 degrees Celsius through the central plateau, and 9 or so for Wellington. For the South Island, again, I think we'll find some of the best of the brightness out towards places like Nelson and down this eastern coast. A fine looking day there. We will find that more cloud feeds through Southland and Otago through the daytime, and some wet weather just pushing through, but that should clear off as we head through the morning time to leave behind some nice spells of sunshine. Just a touch more cloud sticking around that western coast, bringing an odd shower. But even here, I think generally it's a more cloudy story than anything else. With those clearer skies out towards the east, some better, brighter sunshine through there will help lift our temperatures to 12 degrees Celsius in Christchurch, but it will be a chilly start today and another cool night as we head through the night time into the early hours of Friday. Once we head into Friday, we'll find high pressure builds across the North Island, generally keeping things fairly dry and settled, still with a bit more in the cloudy story across those more western sides of the island. The main activity though will be down south, with these next fronts pushing up from the south and the west, bringing more cloud and wetter weather towards those western facing coasts of the South Island, and also the return of some strengthening winds as well. Northwesterly winds this time coming in from the north and the west, but they are set to pick up as we head through the daytime on Friday and also in towards Saturday. On the plus side, Some warmer temperatures as we head through towards that long weekend, but a fair bit of windy and wet weather around that the South Island through Saturday, while the North Island keeps hold of the high pressure, at least for the start of the weekend. That's it from me. This is from metservice.com.